Previously on Masks and Martyrs.
You all arrived at the demesne of Lord Julius Goring. Upon meeting with Mr. Morris Kipling, he'd been able to track down Reagan's youngest sister.
Ellie?
Would you care to go for a walk with me, quickly?
No.
What do you think you're doing?
I was talking to my sister.
While she is here, her name is Cynthia Goring.
I just want to talk to my sister.
There may be something that we can do. My brother and myself could use the expertise of certain, dangerous individuals. We're going to go back in smiling. Julius is going to make a toast. When that happens, I will meet you. I can fill you in on more of the details.
Ma'am, you've got yourself a hired blade.
So, your sister seems nice.
Ixnay on the Istersay stuff, because apparently she's got like a whole new identity or something, and after the toast, we're gonna go to the servants' quarters and we're gonna go do a job, and then I'm gonna talk to my sister, I guess.
You know, the toast finishes and, Lord Goring, raises his glass. I'm not seeing what Rufus does here. What his idea is for getting out of here. Oh, Rufus. Oh, you dumb, beautiful half-elf. He raises his glass, and then he just pours it on his shirt, and he says, "Oops!" And then he stands and he walks out. Monty. You stealthing out?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually finish drinking from the toast, and then, spend a minute kind of, worryingly looking after my friend, and then, I want to casually leave, I need to go check on my friend. So I don't know if that's a stealth check or what. I want to leave without disturbing people.
Trying to present a fictional reality would be a performance.
Okay, I'll do a performance check.
Yeah.
So you didn't want a performance check
Wonderful.
on Reagan saying she had to take a shit, huh?
Plus my bonus is 3, so that is, I can do math, 17.
Yeah. I think, you managed to sell it well enough. I don't think people are super, most people kind of chattering away, discussing the toast and such. Y'all, managed to reconvene, outside in the servants, the servants' entrance. And as y'all kind of group up,
Reagan says, I was just using taking a shit as an excuse. I don't actually have to go to the bathroom.
Good to know.
Cool.
Rufus kind of looks down at his wine-stained shirt, and he's like, we could have just, lied.
Monty, can Monty cast prestidigitation on him?
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Monty, that was expensive stuff. We should have sucked it out of his shirt.
Indeed, the wine is now gone.
Fuck.
Oh, no.
Yay.
Rufus looks both happy and a little sad about losing that wine.
Why can't be both?
He just looks off through a window and into the night sky and whispers, "¿Por qué no las dos? ¿Por qué no las dos?" Everybody is grouped up, and sort of approaching you is an impeccably dressed butler.
It's not the one from before, is it? It's not Hellry?
No. This is a different
butler.
This guy is this guy is he is a half orc. He has very closely cropped, slicked back white hair.
Nice.
Very old. He has a pair of half moon spectacles, and walks up and he says,
"Yes, you would be the individuals who are waiting to have a meeting with Lady Claudia, yes?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Lovely.
That's us.
If you would come with me, I will direct you to a more private quarters.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
He turns and as he walks, you can tell that he has like a pretty bad limp that he's very clearly been compensating for years and years and years. Sort of the impression you get from him very quickly is, that kind of like
stiff upper lip then.
Even when very clearly like dog, you should have been in physical therapy for a couple years from whatever.
A couple
this was.
decades by now.
So my dad. Got it.
But a half orc.
What a half orc.
So your dad.
And
actually, yeah. So my dad.
the butler kind of leads you all over a bit, and he sort of opens a side door, and inside you see a modest, well decorated, but a modest study. There is an armchair, and there is a small fire, and there are books, and books, and books, and books.
I fucking love books.
What I think strikes me about this room is, unlike everywhere else in the manor that you've been so far, this is completely unorganized. It is just stacks of books teetering here and there. There are bookshelves, but there is no artistry to them. There's no organization system. It is literally just wherever they ended up. And in the middle of it all, there's the armchair, and then there is a work table where someone has been, where there's these sort of long rolls of parchment, and one of them is currently stretched out, and there are just jotted down notes and schematics and diagrams on it.
Interesting. Do I recognize any of them? Can I take a look at that?
Yeah. As you walk up, the butler says, he says,
"They will be with you shortly. I will needed elsewhere."
Yeah,
And he
you do your
turns
thing, man.
walks away.
Thank you very much.
So what are you trying to? You're just trying to just look at the books, you said?
Well, first I want to see what's on the table, because I just like learning things.
Sure. On the table, there you see that there are. As you get closer, you guys the surface is lumpy, and you see it's because underneath there are more books that have been opened.
Yay, books!
And on this sort of uneven surface, the parchment is resting. And what's weird with the parchment is, you've studied magical schemata before. You know sort of the artifice of magic. This seems to be more sort of a cerebral stream of consciousness notation and magical sort of theorems.
Okay.
It's very odd. You are someone who has defined magic by essentially you take energy and you lay architecture over it, and that regulates the energy. This is if someone just started to. This is if someone was if you just told someone, just start dancing, just whatever you want, start dancing to music. That's what this kind of feels like to you.
And I'm more into the school of ballet.
Yeah, you're into. There is one way to do things. It is this. It is this. It is this. If you do not do it like this, you are going to be cut from the company, and we will get someone else who will do it. Am I clear?
Well, no, it's more if you don't do it like this, I'm pretty sure you'll get fucking blown up. So, because remember, Monty mostly uses evocation magic.
He's mostly boom boom.
He's worried about blowing shit up. So.
But if you get blown up, they will have to replace you in the ballet company, let's be honest.
That's true. That's true.
That's sort of what strikes you about this, sort of, long-form schematic. And then you hear, as you're looking over it, though, you hear a voice from the door that says, "Yes, it is, well, there are always things to be learned, I think." And standing there is Lord Julius Goring.
Oh, is this yours?
Something like that.
It's fascinating.
Please, a moment, if you would.
Got it. I can't
He walks over to the table, and you see that he reaches underneath. He reaches underneath his jacket, his shirt, and he pulls out a small pendant. He takes it off, and he puts it on the table. And as soon as he does, like, his shoulders just suddenly, like, relax completely. And he just starts rubbing that scar along his neck. And he says, "I'm sorry. I can't wear that for too long."
Okay. All right. I understand.
Need some water, dude?
If that's what it would have taken,
He would have done it a long
been
time
cured
ago.
years ago.
That's fair.
I'm so sorry to hear that, sir.
Thank you. So, you are Reagan Kaya, yes?
That's the name, yeah. So you adopted my sister.
It's a bit more complicated than that, but
Okay, but...
for intents and purposes, we have been making sure that nothing happened to her.
Good. That's good. You know what happened to our family?
Cynthia has told me the broad strokes.
Yeah.
But she's not certain of all the details. She didn't know
she was...
that you were alive, for example.
I didn't know she
Told
was
us
alive,
now.
so, you know, colors, that makes two of us. So, your, sister told me that, I don't get to talk to her until I do whatever it is you guys need me to do, so, yeah, what is it?
It's not... I'm sorry. Claudia can be a bit overprotective.
Wait, so
She
she's... Wait,
needed to-
pause. She's overprotective of my sister?
Yes.
Good. See that? You just earned some brownie points. Brika, jot that down. Good.
We're not particularly trusting people.
No, that's fair. I'm not either. I don't really have any reason to be. Anyway, I need to know that my sister has been treated well here. I mean, she looks pretty good. But,
We've treated her as best we can, but it's always difficult to know that you come from a place where you've lost everything.
Yeah, so you're sympathetic to our thing, so that's good. And I hear you don't really like the Von Templars so much.
I have my reasons for disliking Erwin.
Oh, me too.
And
No, I was just
Elaine.
like, I thought we, have some things in common, so...
Lord Goring, I did actually have a question for you.
Yes, and you are...
Montague Pensmith. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Why do I know
bows.
your name?
He's friends with Lynn.
Yes.
The one that's not supposed to know about what's going on here, so I would like to know why, because we have an interested party. You understand.
Yes, of course.
You know what? Before my question, why don't we answer that one? What are we doing here, and why can't Lynn know?
This is a very delicate time in Hintila.
Yeah,
I'm noticing that.
I've picked up on that.
I wish that I had time that I had time to explain it all to you in detail. But essentially, think of it as there was for many years a very simple power structure. There were 5 lords. Well, technically our titles are more flowery, but for our intents and purposes, there are 5 families that matter in the city. At least when it came to politics. There were 2 leaders and their supporters. And then there was a third party. Lady Saya Khan. She would generally tend to side with Erwin von Templar, much to my chagrin, but... Pardon. Things have changed. Anastasia Manata has... Well, she plays the game better than anyone thought she would.
Yeah, she's an old friend of... she blackmailed us. We're not, like, friends.
It's sarcasm.
That does not surprise me. It is in keeping with her normal behavior. Anastasia has changed things ever since the death of her father and Lord Limter. The 2 supporters have thrown in their lot with each other. Meaning that Where once it was 2 and 2 and 1, it is now 1 and 1 and 2 and 1.
Okay. So who do I need to punch?
Wait, before that, I just want to make sure I understand the power structure here in the city. You have no allies right now.
Not as such, no.
Lady Saia Kham is a neutral party or is allied with the Manadas?
She is perpetually neutral. There is a family, the Limter family, who were for a long time the supporters of the Von Templars, but after...
The Limters are completely gone, or just their lord, their patriarch or matriarch is gone?
Just the murderous Lord Limter, who decided to try and kill
that's
the
Rufus.
entire gentry.
Rufus, that was your friend. Well, you know, the guy you like...
I wouldn't really call us friends. I think...
Well, no, like the guy that you like killed or something.
Sort of. Like I said, it was a long night.
It's all good, Rufus. We all know the story well.
Lord Goring says, he says,
Yes, so the breakdown of power equals out.
he sort of goes to a blank spot on the parchment, and he starts jotting out, Von Templar in 1, and the crown over it, and then Goring, circle, and then Kham, circle, and then Limter and Minata circle together. He says,
Sadly,
Got it,
the
okay.
newly minted Lord Limter, he is something of a lovesick puppy. And Anastasia Minata has been called very beautiful by some.
How old is Anastasia, Andrew?
Anastasia's actually only around 21.
Okay.
She's very young,
Okay.
far too young to be,
Got it.
making, running
this
this table,
Yeah, okay.
But Lord Goring says,
In this precarious time, we find ourselves in flux, most of us. My family needs to remain strong, both from within and without, especially to observers. If we were to lose our appearance of strength, we would be picked apart by the vultures.
And for all intents and purposes, my sister is your family.
For now, yes.
Well, you got one Reagan stronger just now, so yeah.
I was about to say, are you sure about that? Because I don't like that for now, but I'm not saying that in character.
I'm really good at killing, so yeah. Y'all can you got me at your disposal. What's we got to do?
We've been having a problem in the basement.
It's always the basements, isn't it?
I'm not sure what exactly our resources are currently divested into other situations, but something is moving underneath our estate. I have been trying to uncover what exactly, but so far we have had little success.
Do you think this is a human problem or a monster problem?
That is part of the question. Unfortunately, there have been whispers among the servants, which we have tried our best to keep quiet. But there have been rumors of an old story of a man who played the game many, many years ago, before even our father's father was born. However, such stories have no place with me. I do not hold truck with such superstition. I find that they breed carelessness. However, I am not going to risk Cynthia or my sister over my own disbelief.
Cool. So something's in the basement, and I gotta go kill it. That is my dude, Lord Goring. Can I call you Gory? I'm gonna call you Gory.
No.
That's
no,
the best thing
Please
you
don't.
could have just said to me. I will absolutely go kill anything and everything in your basement.
Now, why can't Lynn von Templer know about this? Just because you're concerned about the shift of power, or is there something more to this?
What do you know about Erwin von Templer, Mr. Pensmith?
He tried to slaughter my entire family. He knows that one.
What my concern is I don't know if Lynn herself is in danger within her own family. And so I'm a little bit more concerned from the view of an outsider. I know they're very controlling. I know that Reagan tried to stab Lynn's mom. And probably will again. She has been
and I will again.
Admirably so far for...
Definitely will.
I don't think it's for my sake.
No, it's for Lynn. She's cute. I like her. She's a kid. Reminds me of my little sister who lives here.
And if I had to hazard a guess, does Erwin von Templer have something to do with that scar on your neck?
Lord Goring is quiet for a minute as he kind of looks off distantly, and he says,
I don't think that Lynn von Templer is in danger from her parents.
Okay.
They are the sort of people who would do anything to protect their children, which is admirable.
Right.
But
some lines have been crossed.
I do not believe that they hold such kindness in them for the children of their enemies. And when you are a boy who awakens to a knife across your throat, it is an odd thing to hear them speak of Erwin von Templer as a good man.
Man, I relate real hard to you, Lord Goring. Like, damn. You guys got any job openings? I'll work for free.
I'm afraid you may be too much of a...
liability?
I was going to say, showing our hand too soon.
That's also fair.
Fair enough. You know where I live.
Which makes me very uncomfortable. Let me just say that right now, that everybody seems to know where we live.
Well, they don't know where you live, Monty.
Monty just gestures at Rufus.
Rufus says, yeah, you live with me, right?
Well,
yeah,
there goes my attempt to cover.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Anyway.
Goring kind of holds up a hand, and he sort of waves it off, and he goes,
Listen, I appreciate what you're trying to do here. You're trying to survive and protect those you care about. I understand that. And I think we can understand each other. But I will say this. For the sake of your sister, as well as mine, don't trust me yet.
Alright. And she kind of gives him, just to drive it home, kind of a leery look, just like,
So like, and appraising, like,
Yeah, like, 100% Monty did not trust this guy when he said that that Reagan's sister was safe for now. They are his family for now, is what he said, and that is bad. That is not good. Loyalties need to stay solid, and if they don't, you can't fucking trust them. Anyway.
It's cool. Reagan never said anything about trusting him. She does like him, and she relates.
Lord Goring?
Yes?
When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you see a good man?
He kind of gives you a look which is... This whole night you've never seen him look like this, quite as sad. And he says,
Mr. Pensmith, I truly wish that I could believe differently. But I don't think there are good men.
All right. I respect your point of view, Lord Goring. as somebody who's trying very hard to be a good man.
Perhaps you can prove me wrong. After all, if there are indeed spirits below the house, perhaps my skepticism in general is misplaced.
Perhaps. Let's find out, shall we? Reagan, you want to go punch some ghosts?
Yes, God, yes. I've always wanted to punch a ghost. That is #1 on my bucket list. Let's do it.
Perfect. Let's go.
Rika, do you have any objections?
Actually, if possible, I would like a word with Miss Jaw.
Are you gonna try to tell her to kill Lynn Von Templer again? Because she's not into that.
Yeah, please don't do that. I really like Brika, and I don't want to have to fight Brika. Like, I really like Brika.
Who told you to kill Lynn Von Templer?
Do you think you'd have to fight me?
No, I don't think I could fight you, Brika.
No,
That's the
not
problem.
at all. Not even a little bit. Yes.
Except for the fact where I won the masked mayhem. But that was a fluke. That was a complete accident. No, we both agree that was an accident.
Yes.
There was, I'm sure the rumors made their way around Lord Goring that there had been, for lack of a better word, a hit on Lynn Von Templer, some weeks ago.
There were certain whisperings that Lynn Von Templer was vulnerable out in the open.
I don't think she's vulnerable anymore. She hasn't left the fucking house, and it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
remember how she got kidnapped too that one time? Like that whole thing? That was us, but we were actually saving her. And anyway, Brika here did not kill her. Yeah, don't
Never mind all
Reagan?
that. What do you want from me?
You were at the masquerade?
No, we were...
Oh, no?
No, we were at a totally different event.
Different time. Different kidnapping.
Was there a separate incident?
Lynn gets in a lot of trouble. She is very popular. What do you need from me, Brika?
I would prefer to have the conversation alone, if possible.
Yeah, all right.
Do you want us to leave, or do you want you guys to leave? We'll do either. It doesn't matter.
I will need a moment in here. I have to... It would have to be in here.
Cool.
Okay, skedaddle. I talked to him.
Whatever you say, Brika.
Okay, we're gonna get out. I guess.
Okay, so the
I
three of
trust
you,
Brika.
you sort of file out and close the door behind you, and he sort of kind of turns to you, Brika, and he says,
You are skilled with a knife, yes?
Yes.
How much would it cost for you to kill someone?
Who are we talking about?
Me.
You? What? What?
It is not, think of it as an insurance policy. I am going to be taking some rather dramatic risks over the next few months. And as such, there will be a dramatic risk as well to those around me. However, there is an Pardon.
yes, he sort of takes a minute, sort of like talking this much, it's like hurting his voice clearly, and he says,
There is an accepted custom within the city that if a lord passes, the ledgers are cleared, socially speaking. Any ill will or debts to be repaid are paid with his death. I can't kill myself if this happens, because it would not be a stroke of fate. You could. I would be leaving you a retainer, a payment, and now half upon completion. That should things ever reach that point, you would be contacted to remove me. Or should there ever come a point where it appears that I need to be killed. Whatever happens these next few months, Miss Ja, I will not become another Erwin von Templar who slits the throats of boys in their beds.
No, I don't imagine anyone would want to become that.
Do we have an accord?
Yes, I think we can have an agreement here.
Thank you. Now, how much will this cost?
You know what? Don't worry about paying me now. We will see how things unfold.
I'll see to it that arrangements are made. And, Miss Ja, in a brief moment before you return to them, there are, as the masquerade season begins, there will be numerous traveling dignitaries. There may be some from the desert. And she is always present. I would be careful of her if I were you.
All right. Thank you.
Also, could I trouble you for an autograph for my sister?
God fucking bless.
Yeah, no problem.
He pulls out like a small scrap of parchment, and he like lays it out, sort of like makes it like the most even surface that he can on his like very chaotic, messy table, and he hands you a quill, and he says,
Honestly, you were robbed. I mean...
Yes. Yeah, the whole thing was a big mess, but, it was fun for a while. Except for the peeling part, I don't know if anybody saw, I didn't like that bit. Anyway.
That was rather too much, I think.
Not what I intended, but, the cards, they fall where they fall, it does what it does. And she gives you that autograph.
Hello, friends! Thank you so much for coming to this week's episode of Masks and Martyrs. This is your producer, Diana, and as always, I've got some housekeeping and some plugs to take care of. So first of all, if you're enjoying the show, we would love if you could leave us a review wherever you're listening, and make sure you're subscribed to the podcast so you never miss an episode. We really appreciate you being here and discovering the world with us. If you could do us a favor this week, tweet at us using the Masks and Martyrs hashtag or @us. We love hearing from you guys. I just want to chat with more of you, so, drop us a line. If you like this, you'll probably also be interested in the other products that we put out on the Nerdification Media Network. Did you know we do more than just podcasting? We also have Twitch streamers and friends of the podcast Watashi Machine and Hormone Replacement Gaming. You can check them out on our website, nerdification.media. This week, we're partnered with Poplik VA. Charlie is a voice actor and producer that I've worked closely with many times in the past, including on his most ambitious project, a full dub of the Gravity Falls graphic novel. Charlie wanted to make it more accessible for people who struggled to read graphic novels because of visual processing issues, which, hey, I'm one of those people, and it's a really amazingly produced product. In addition to the pitch-perfect voice casting and stellar direction, Charlie included music and mixed it to sound like a real episode. You can check it out on his YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/hoodedcoprava. It also comes up right away if you search Poplik VA, but fear not, I will also link in the description. Last but not least, our music credits. Our intro music is Threads of Fate by Thomas Hart and Diana Paparozzi. Our mid-roll is Kevin MacLeod's Dreamlike, and our ending theme is Merry Meet Meg by Hopper and the Books on Tape. Okay, I'll let you guys get back into the episode now. Thanks for stopping by.
Now, Giles will take you. He will be showing you and your companions down to the basement.
Damn it! I had another question, but okay.
I mean, like he's like talking to Brika right now.
Way to be passive aggressive about it, Monty.
Outside the second.
No, I thought it was like, okay,
Yeah,
as soon as
Monty.
you walk out of this room, Giles is going to appear and whisk.
No, he was saying that. He was saying
Okay,
that to Brika. So he goes and he opens the door. Where I hope y'all weren't like pressing your ears
No,
against
honestly,
Scooby-Doo style
like-
or anything.
Monty trusts Brika so much,
Same.
and probably shouldn't, to be honest.
He absolutely should, because Brika is a perfect angel and has never done anything wrong.
She hasn't. She's never done anything wrong.
Anyway. Moving right along.
Moving right along.
Somewhere, Mr. Slithers is like trying to put his scales back on.
He's fine, he was just molting!
It was just like it was just like an all at once molting, which is like I just like lose hair, but like we grow, it goes back. But you use all your hair at once, it's like really traumatic. Just like just like all your hair came out at once because someone threw hard at you.
Yeah. Let's be real. He's probably the best person it could have happened to.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, let me tell you, because the weird wolf guy. Oh man, that would have been rough.
Yes, it would have.
Rough.
Boo! Get the hook!
But yeah, Brika and Lord Goring exit the study.
Has Lord Goring put his pendant back on?
Not yet. No, he's sort of like holding it. He has it like tightly gripped in his hand.
Hey, Lord Goring. Goring. One more thing.
Yes.
Actually, 3 more things, but start
Well,
with Reagan.
one more thing from me, Reagan. Tell my sister I love her.
I will tell her.
Just in case this thing gets us, it probably won't.
Nah, I wouldn't worry.
Fine. Famous last words from Montague, 36 hit points, Pensmith.
I believe that you are most likely more than capable of handling whatever comes at you.
Probably.
After all, he kind of gives a wan smile.
You have the champion of the city with you.
And Cobalt Justice.
And Cobalt Justice. Technically, we also have the Harbinger, but, like, let's face it, we have Cobalt Justice. That's the important part. I did have 2 more questions, and I understand, Lord Goring, that your voice must be starting to go. You sound a little bit rough, and I apologize for making you explain so much to newbies in the city. 2 quick questions. 1, was Lynn attacked or kidnapped during a previous masquerade? Was that last year's?
Lynn von Templer has always been a target. That is why her parents watch her so closely. Lord Limter's masquerade was her first.
I see.
There was
Okay.
an individual there who was more than he seemed to be. Thankfully, he is, well, the champion saw to him personally.
Monty fixes Rufus with, like, the look of, we are going to have a talk later and you are going to tell me things.
Rufus just mugs the camera. Just like...
And, just one last question that's considerably more trivial. Like, very, very trivial in comparison. I was curious, the pendant that you wear, that I assume helps with your voice, did you design that? Was that your genius?
Genius is not the word I would use. It is a bargain, I would say. One for the other.
And with that, he puts the pendant like around his neck, and as you watch, like you see it. It's like it's white hot, and it physically burns into his skin. like it sinks into the skin, which then like sort of like wraps over it, and the whole time he's just kind of like wincing in pain, just. And like once it's in and vanished from you, he looks at you and he says, "It is a very uncomfortable thing to leave a poison in one's body, I've found. However, there would be more of a fuss raised over a whispering lord than a man with the occasional bouts of indigestion who must relieve himself."
I almost wonder if I could figure something out for that. I just think it's fascinating. I'm sorry to hear that it causes you more pain.
I do what I must, as I'm certain
But
all
you did design it. You did design it.
Yes, in a manner of speaking.
I mean, even if it has detractions, I think it does speak to your brilliance, Lord Goring. That's very Monty is like barely containing himself in polite company of going, "That's so fucking cool, dude."
He smiles at that in a way that like you haven't seen him smile so far. Just like this warm smile, and he suddenly he just looks years younger.
Aww.
Just like this smile as if everything that's ever happened to him was just a bad dream.
Aww.
And he just says, "Thank you. I don't get to share my work with, well, anyone really. I appreciate it."
And thank you for sharing it with us. I think the only word I could come up with is inspirational, but it's obviously a secret and it will remain safe with us.
I appreciate it so much. Now, Giles will be taking you down to the scene of the disturbances. Should you need anything else, simply speak to him, and he will be able to relay anything to myself or to Claudia. I will see if I cannot arrange a time later in the evening, perhaps before dessert, when or during the mixing, and he sort of shudders at that, where Ellie can say hello to her sister.
Fabulous. Do you have any heavy armor laying around? Because I left mine in my other pants.
Sadly, I believe you will have to be going without armor.
Damn it,
at
DM.
this point, I can provide weapons, but armor is a bit.
Oh no, I brought my sword. I don't leave the house without it.
Lovely.
But
I'm just imagining it slipped down the back of her outfit like in Wonder Woman.
oh no, she's just wearing it. Like it's on her thing.
Okay.
Swords are really accessories, you know?
I just like the idea of someone's entire intricate outfit. It's just a series of just like 13 different swords.
You know.
I might be able to help a little bit with that, Reagan, but I think you're still stronger than me without it.
Yeah, probably.
With that, Rufus kind of looks over at you and he says, I mean, we can take a hit, right?
Well, mostly, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember what my AC is without armor on, Rufus, if I'm being real with you right now. Probably.
It's 10 plus your dexterity modifier, just like everybody else.
So 10 plus 1, so 11.
You have a lower armor class than Montague Pensmith. Montague, 36 hit points, Pensmith.
Yeah, but Reagan's like swole as fuck.
That's true.
Yeah,
And,
how many hit points do you have,
I was
Reagan?
assuming she also still has her shield, but I mean, I'm gonna leave up to it.
Yeah, I'll say that you can like makeshift a shield with like something along the walls that you can grab as you're walking.
Yeah, is there a suit of armor around that we can rob really fast?
Sadly, the Gorgs do not seem to be of the old world sensibilities when it comes to interior design.
Decoration.
Just having suits of armor just laying about. No worries, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm good at swords.
Yeah. At this point, the half orc butler appears seemingly from nowhere, and he says,
Yes, Lord Goring.
and Lord Goring says, Giles, do be a help and show these lovely individuals to the scene of the disturbances.
Yes, of course, Lord Goring. Follow me.
And he just sort of begins plodding away as Goring turns and goes back into the dining room.
Okay, so while they're on their way, Brika's gonna nudge him to get his attention. Moneypants.
Yeah?
You know I'm not going to hurt Lynn, right?
Aw.
No, does it not show that I trust you? I trust you more than Reagan.
I just,
That's fair.
you know, I want to
Reagan,
make
like, he says that completely within earshot because I think Monty and Reagan have come to a bit of an
They
understanding.
have an understanding.
About, yeah.
Good. Okay. No, making sure that no unfounded fears. She is perfectly safe from me.
She is under Brika's protection.
Honestly, yes. I do
less,
care for
yeah.
her.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, though. Like, I knew it. Yeah, I did know it, but just hearing it makes me feel better. It almost looks like, maybe Monty has been losing a lot of sleep over a lot of things, and you've just maybe removed one less thing for him to stress about.
Brika's gonna pat him affectionately. She probably comes up to, like, his waist, I'm assuming.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
Monty's pretty short. Monty's like,
Monty is 5'2".
Okay, she can get him in the arm.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
was she just gonna slap him on the ass otherwise?
Oh, no.
Good game.
Pat his arm. and she says, You are becoming a good man, Moneypants.
He's, like, kind of turns pink at that.
We weren't sure about you before, but now,
You are good kid and good man.
That means a lot. He's like...
Don't cry, Monty. Don't look.
Don't cry about it. I mean, if you have to cry about it, crying is natural.
I'll do it later.
Well, yeah, but don't
I'm not
let the
gonna do it
ghost
in front of
see it.
Reagan. Reagan will make fun of me.
Don't get weird in front of the ghosts.
Mm.
No. It's no. The ghost can see me cry. I don't care about the ghost. It's Reagan's gonna make fun of me for the next 3 weeks.
Oh, I mean, probably, but I'll wait. I'll wait for you to finish.
I mean, maybe, but...
Wait, what's wrong with crying?
Nothing. I just might make fun of Monty in general.
Oh.
He thinks I'm gonna make fun of him for crying. I figured I'd just let him believe that.
Not because of crying, just because of, and Brika
just vague gesture at all of him.
Yep.
And Rufus.
Yeah.
Rufus, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What happened at the last masquerade with Lynn?
Yeah, it was a lot at that masquerade.
I know. I got that.
I was supposed to, I was supposed to stop something, I think. And I stopped something, but I don't think I really knew what was going on. You know Delia and Kahlo, right?
Yeah,
like
Delia.
you still live with me, right? Yeah. Well, Delia and Kahlo, we don't really know each other. So I talked to what's his name? Lord the guy.
Goring?
No, he's kind of weird. No, we got contacted for a job, right? No, you've met him, the fucking Mr. Morris Kipling.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
He wanted us to go in and kind of be like guys on the inside, right? So we were eyes on the inside. Supposed to make sure nothing bad happened. Trying to figure out, if we could get to the bottom of things. And, we met some people. I danced with Lady Calm. I met somebody. Her name was
Her name was Soma. She was really beautiful. Anyways, we were trying to figure out what was happening, and Carlo started climbing the pillars because, he's a weird bird, and we got to, it's really the way they set up the place, but we found there was a lot of these alcoves where you can be incognito with a special somebody.
Yeah.
And there was this guy, slicked back hair, goatee. I mean, real skis bag, And he was canoodling up with Lynn, and he had this real thick accent, right? And Delia, she had him pegged right away, and she challenged him to a duel, right? And she's a real prominent duelist, and so we get out there, and Lynn doesn't even stop looking at him this whole time, and Delia stabs him right in the chest, right away. She is so fucking fast. And,
yeah.
And he was a vampire. After we chased him to his lair, and we handled that, got Lynn back with her people, but then Soma, she tried to kill everybody.
Right.
Yeah, it turns out she was some kind of necromancer, and
You've solved that problem.
I kissed her, then I killed her.
Got it.
Yeah, it's sometimes I really wonder why I'm here, why me, what if it had been anybody else who had killed her, and everybody had seen that instead, would I have just been able to walk away? Would I have walked away? Would I have been mad that I didn't get the credit? I don't know. I don't even think that I was a good person that night. I think the only really good thing that I did was get Lynn away from that fucking creep. And then of course, putting a stake in his heart, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
After that, she, there were a couple little soirees and things. Some of them were in my honor. Yes, I kind of wish they weren't, but everybody.
How is it that you have this whole team and you're the one that got stuck with the glory that you didn't want?
Well,
that you landed the killing blow? I mean, sorry to say that about somebody that you cared for.
I mean, it was, sometimes I think it should have been different, Carlo's a weird kind of bird, but he plays the pipes real shitty, real bad. You'll have never heard any music worse than that, if you could even call it music. But Delia, she can't talk to anybody who's noble without wanting to stab him within 5 minutes. She's a trip, but I wanna.
It's Monty's kind of how have I survived this long living in the same house as Delia?
I danced with Lady Calm. People noticed me, and then Soma was chucking lightning bolts around the room, and crisped a couple people as our zombies were coming in, and I was the only one standing at the end of it. Delia, she was a little sore about it, Carlo doesn't really know. I mean, he doesn't. That he doesn't have money where he comes from. They don't have money, so he's just
money.
So what is the coin? He's always he gets so excited about it. He's like a kid. It's crazy. I don't really know why it was me. I don't think it was supposed to be. I don't think any of this was supposed to happen.
You're a good dude, man.
On the one hand, I'm sorry it all happened to you. On the other hand, I'm glad to have met you. Because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten to meet you. And you've helped me out, helped us out. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Even yourself.
That's deep.
Fight me, Reagan. No, wait, don't fight me! Don't fight me!
He just like pulls out her sword. What?
Let's go, shrimp!
Ready, let's go!
I've been eating shrimp all night.
Dipping it in wine, man!
Rufus kind of looks off for a minute and he says, I really hope that's true. I hope...
Yeah, we're pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, I just mean... I hope at the end of all this, whatever this is, whatever end I ever find, I don't know. Maybe it won't be worth it, but I hope at least it's not a bad one, you know?
Me too, dude.
You guys hear from Hedda, you... I'm sorry, it's just so beautiful. The friendship is so beautiful.
Our friendship.
Giles the Orc Butler is just like, he's just like bawling at the whole exchange. He's just very touched by it. And he just goes, I'm just so glad that the young master has friends like you.
Reagan hands him his her handkerchief that came with the outfit. Like, it's probably like more like a pocket protector, like a pocket square.
He just goes, thank you.
Yeah, don't mention it. You can keep that.
Yeah. So, y'all went for a little while, and you sort of get to the you've been sort of moving down with some stairs through some servants' quarters, but mostly things have been pretty quiet. And then you come down to the basement, and it's a fairly sprawling basement, like most of the wealthier homes are in Hintila, especially these estates. And he sort of points you all down to the set of double doors at the very end of the hallway, and he says, well, from what has been reported, that is where the monster comes from.
Alright.
At a certain time, at random.
Well, we're not entirely sure. Your arrival here was actually rather fortuitous. The young master has been looking into the services of some curse breakers, but the best is currently preoccupied with a certain contract.
No worries, I got a curse breaker right here. And Reagan holds up her fists. Actually, I got two.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Bravado is always a welcome change in this home. If you need anything else, I will be sitting at the top of the stairs. I do not wish to be involved in any untoward fisticuffs, but if you need anything, simply give a shout, and I will do my best to facilitate it.
Yeah, sure. Find any armor tucked away. You know.
Yes,
or any healing potions.
I will see what I can find.
I want to be the first to know.
I will let you know. Now, I'm going to go back upstairs now.
Alright, have fun.
He kind of like starts like stepping upstairs. You all down to the basement alone, and as you kind of like look between each other and you look down at the doors, you see that one of them is open, and it wasn't open a second ago.
Oh, good.
And you see from within the darkened room there is simply a floating white mask that then fades back into the shadows.
Found it!